I like to use many different types of white chocolate, but Ghirardelli is one of my favorites. White chocolate, coconut cream from coconut milk, vanilla extract from Madagascar vanilla bean, coconut flakes, unsweetened, Madagascar vanilla essential oil from doTERRA, wild orange essential oil from doTERRA, and Manuka honey. Add Manuka honey or any of your favorite local honey. I also like to use Brightside honey. It's important to use a double boiler and make sure that there's plenty of water underneath. Keep stirring. When it's starting to get almost like the consistency of icing, go ahead and turn the heat off. Now we'll add in the coconut cream from the coconut milk. Stir it up until it mixes really well. When your white chocolate, preferably a high quality chocolate, like at least as high quality as Ghirardelli, where it's more simple ingredients. You don't want to get these titanium dioxides and such in there. And your coconut cream from your coconut milk, which it's really hard to not find in a can, but it should look like a glaze, like a nice glaze. We're now going to go ahead and add our vanilla. And you know what? We're going to add a little bit more. Than that. We're going to add about a teaspoon more. And that was a teaspoon as well. Some of it evaporated. And go ahead and stir that in. It might start to give it a little bit of a color, not much. Okay, now we want it to keep cooling. We don't want to add the essential oils or the honey while it's too warm yet. We want it to be liquidy, but not warm, because we want the probiotics in the honey to stay intact and all the positive, beautiful attributes of the essential oils to stay intact. In the meantime, what we will add is beta carotene, and you can get beta carotene from many different places. A beautiful example of beta carotene is this 100% plant-based food coloring. It is vegan, gluten-free, and this is just pure beta carotene. You want to make sure you always store this in a nice, cool, dry spot. And we're going to go ahead and just add just a little bit to it. Just give it just a little bit of that orange tint. Let's just test it before we go too far. And just see how orange does it get. Right now it just looks more like orange little dots. It could be more that it wants to blend with some water. So we definitely got some orange dots in there. You know, I kind of like that. That's a little neat. Let's go ahead and place some more. See what happens. After all, it is called chocolate art, chocolate tier art, And that means it is also an experiment. We'll see if that orange starts to blend, but if not, that actually is quite beautiful as is. It does seem to be starting to mix well. If we really wanted it to be quite orange, we could always add in turmeric into a little coconut oil, and then go ahead and get that coconut oil a little bit warm, and then you add a little bit of hibiscus powder to get a beautiful orange as well. But this looks like it's turning just perfect. It's also starting to cool down. Love it, kitty. You also want to make sure that you go ahead and you check the temperature. So this is gotten to be a beautiful orange color. I absolutely adore it. Really actually like it. That's brilliant. And now we're going to check the temperature. Now you might have something like this, or maybe even just something like this. We're going to go ahead and turn it on and check it. And it's still well over 100 degrees. So we're not gonna go ahead and add that yet. Oops. We're gonna wait until that drops down into the 90s. You wanna make sure that you rinse it off right away so that there's no residue that ever gets collected or built up. And we'll just go ahead and set this aside. And we're going to go ahead and wash this. Okay, we're going to go ahead and check this temperature again. And it is actually low enough this time. We're going to go ahead. It's at 94. Make sure we wash off our thermometer so it never has a chance of collecting any bacteria on it. And go ahead and put it up. Ensuring that we have everything we need just close by. Now we're going to go ahead and add just a tad bit of sweetness. Not much at all. I'm just going to take this honey, and it's already kind of sweet. So I'm just going to take this honey and just add a little bit of that. Just like a little dab. And we're going to chop it up. It's still warm, but it's starting to get a little thickness to it now. And just do a little taste test here. That's actually so perfect. Not even sure if it actually even needs, trying to get some of these bubbles out, if it needs any more sweetness. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 drops of doTERRA Madagascar Vanilla Absolute. No, Vanilla Essential Oil. Vanilla Absolute. Yeah, so this is amazing stuff. Really absolutely love it. And let's mix that in. And before we add the orange, let's just make sure we have enough of a vanilla undertow. And let's go ahead and just try that out. Perfect. So now that we have that perfect vanilla undertow, and it is perfect, honestly that could be a vanilla by itself if there wasn't the orange in there. That would be a nice milky vanilla taste. Now we're gonna add the wild orange. Let's just start off with 3, 2, 3, and we want to make sure it's not overpowering. So let's go ahead and stir that in. And give it a taste. I like it, but I want orange, more orange. So let's taste it. 3, that'd be 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's taste it if it is 9 to that 6 of the vanilla. You might even need to make it a little stronger, but we'll give it a taste. Oops. It's almost there. 9, 10, 11, 12. I really want mine extra orange, so I really want the orange to be popping. So we'll see. Right now we have 12 drops and about 11 ounces of white chocolate, and then we have all of the cream that's inside of a can of cream of coconut milk. Let's give it a taste. It is halfway there, but not quite there. Okay, so we are at 12. Let's go. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Let's go right up to 18 and see how that works here. I kind of feel like 18 is going to be perfect. 1 plus 8 is 9, and 9 is my number. Yep. 18 is absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. And now we're going to go ahead and grind up this coconut. About half a cup of coconut for this amount. We don't want it to be overpowering. We just want it to provide a perfect texture. You want your coconut to end up a coconut fluff. Like a nice, fluffy, powdery coconut. And then we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna stir that in a little bit at a time, just to give it some texture. Again, you don't want too much texture, and you don't want the pieces of coconut to be too big. You want them to be nice and just fluffy little morsels. And putting it there. This double border just really came in handy for a lot. And again, it just has like that perfect texture. It's not too much coconut. Now, you can add, just like everything else, use your wisdom, add more or less coconut. I just want it enough that it would give a little bit of texture, but still have that perfect consistency of a cream. So, just like before, let's give it a taste. Perfect. The creaminess of the vanilla, the sweetness of the orange, the perfectness of the coconut, giving it just a little bit of crisp. So, at this point, this sweet wild orange, coconut, cream filling is finished. I hope that you've enjoyed this, and you'll get to see more about how we're going to create some chocolate fillings and place this into the fillings at the chocolate class. And I hope that everyone has enjoyed this, and if you do, we'll keep on doing it.